Every appropriate tool available to beat the Democrats. They are destroying our country. Whether you vote early, absentee, by mail, or in person, we are going to protect the vote. That's the most important thing we have to do, is protect the vote. Keep your eyes open, because these people want to cheat, and they do cheat, and frankly, it's the only thing they do well. We will make sure your ballot is secure and your voice is heard. Many Republicans like to vote on Election Day, and we must swamp the radical Democrats with massive turnout on Tuesday, November 5th. The way you win is to swamp them. If we swamp them, they can't cheat. It just doesn't work out. But if you can't make it, you need to make a plan, register, and vote any way possible. You got to get your vote. So with your vote, we will win a victory the likes of which no one has ever seen before. We will evict crooked Joe Biden from the White House, and we will take back our country on November 5th, 2024, the most important day.
It is a special honor to be Fort Bragg's Congressman. The men and women who serve at Fort Bragg put their life on the line to keep our country safe. They represent the best of America, and I'm honored to get to be their congressman. Time and again, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have let down our brave men and women in uniform. Kamala Harris said she was the last person in the room with Joe Biden when they both decided together to pull out of Afghanistan. It was the most humiliating American defeat since the fall of Saigon. It was a disgrace. Thousands of American citizens were left behind, and tens of thousands of Afghan patriots who fought alongside our troops were left behind. It is a disgrace. Kamala Harris should be ashamed. But you know who paid the heaviest price? 13 service members who died at the attack of the Abbey Gate. One of those brave men who died lived here in our community. I attended his interment at Arlington National Cemetery and watched his young widow receive the flag that had adorned his casket. Later, his mother visited me in Washington.
Where you live, what you drive, or the price tag on your clothes. There's no dollar sign or peace of mind aside from the note. So if you agree, have a drink with me, raise your glasses for a toast to a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up, but like to see sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of my precious child, and no one loves her.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next Vice President of the United States, Senator J.D. Vance.
I think I'm going back to my things. I just went up
Let the rest of the world help us forge ahead, and let's rebuild America first. Our highways and bridges are falling apart. Who's blessed and who has been cursed? There's things to be done all over the world.
Wow! It is good to be in the great state of North Carolina. Thank you all. Now wait. Calm down, please, calm down. You guys put something crazy in the water here in North Carolina. Well, I have a message. In 75 days, we are going to take this country back. We're going to elect Donald J. Trump, and it's going to start right here with the great people of North Carolina. Now, I don't know if y'all saw, but today is the third day of the Democratic National Coronation. Excuse me, I said coronation, I meant convention. Sorry for the confusion, but you know, conventions normally are about nominating people who actually win elections. And Kamala Harris hasn't won a single vote for the Democratic Party, and yet they're going to make her nominee. Now, I watched it last night, and Democrats, they think they've cracked the code for how to appeal to normal Americans. Did you watch last night? Are they going to change their policy? No. But now, they're distributing camo hats with Kamala Harris's name on them. That's their strategy for appealing to rural voters and veterans, is a camo hat with Kamala Harris's name on it. Now, you know what I think would appeal to rural voters and veterans, Kamala? Not having a running mate who lies about his service record. Why don't we try that? You see, Tim Walz says that he served in a war zone. And it turns out the closest he ever got to war is when he let rioters burn down the city of Minneapolis under his watch in December 2020. Remember that? Yeah. Now let's just reflect, now that we're in day 3 of the Democratic National Convention, how bizarre it is that they're doing some of the things that they're doing. Normally conventions, they celebrate nominees who are elected by the people. Now let's remind ourselves, how many votes has Kamala Harris won in the Democratic primary? Now, I will admit it is hard to make sense of Kamala Harris's foreign policy, especially when she explains it like a third grader who didn't study for a class presentation. Have you ever seen Kamala talk about the Ukraine-Russia war? I'd recommend you go and see it, but wait until November, because you're going to lose about 20 IQ points when you watch Kamala Harris talk about Russia and Ukraine, and we need that over the next few months. We need you guys in That man is Donald J. Trump. He was the once president of the United States, and we in North Carolina, we're going to make him the future president of the United States. God bless you, North Carolina. Thank you. Let's win this race. Let's do it together. God bless you all.
Why don't we liberate these United States? We're the ones who need it worst. Let the rest of the world help us for change, and let's rebuild America first. All over the world, but let's rebuild America first.
I love my dad.
What do you need, boss?
I don't need anything.
I was like, do we need to clear it out?
We still need to have
Folks, we got to keep this clear through here. If you've just arrived, you need to go back this way. If EMS has to come through with their guards, you get run over. Folks, we got to clear this aisle out.
They're gonna holler at you if you ain't got a seat. They're gonna tell you to clear the aisle out. Just
Let's
so
clear
you
this
know.
out, folks.
Sort of God and country.
These United States, we're the ones who need it worst.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to hear from the next President of the United States? Oh, come on. I said, are you ready to hear from the next President of the United States? Let's remember, 8 years ago, Donald Trump had everything you could want. Fame, fortune, family, friends. He gave the easy life up so that we could get our country back. He traded everything for an unjust persecution, for slander, for scorn, so that we could save the United States of America. Now, they couldn't beat him at the ballot box, so they tried to bankrupt him. They failed at that, so they tried to impeach him. They failed at that, so they tried to put him in prison. And they even tried to kill him. But as sure as that beautiful flag still waves behind me in the American sky, Donald Trump still stands, ready to fight, ready to win, ready to make America great again. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my friend and our President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that life to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's great to be here. What a place. Did you like the flyover? That was pretty. Going low and fast. That was moving along. That's pretty low. I just want to thank JD. He's doing a fantastic job, and I want to thank North Carolina. I love 76 days from now, we're going to win this state, and we're going to win the White House. That beautiful, beautiful building. That beautiful building. I want to thank Senator Ted Budd, who's doing such a great job. Senator Ted Budd, thank you. Thank you. Great job, Ted. Mark Robinson, he's out there. He's fighting. He's a great one. And I think we have a lot of our sheriffs here, don't we? Where are they? Will this stage hold them? I'd love to bring them up. Come on, Sheriff. Mark. Come on. I don't know if the stage is going to hold them, but if it doesn't, We've had bigger risks than this. Come on, sheriffs. If you weigh more than 200 pounds, don't come up. I'm only kidding. Come on. Just so you know, these are great people, but I want to get them the hell off the stage because I guarantee they didn't have this in mind when they built this. Thank goodness Mark lost a lot of weight over the last couple of months. You did, actually. Well, I want to thank you all very much. You are the reason we're able to be here and that you have a safe state, a great state. Thank you all very much. Thank you. That's some group of people for endorsements too. Every group virtually in the country, law enforcement endorsed us. Thank you very much. Thanks, Mark. Good luck, Mark. Oh, win. Gotta win. He's gotta win. Gotta win. He's a good man. Thank you. Oh, I feel much better. I feel very much better than they got off the stage. I had no idea what was going to happen, but it's not that far down. You know, I had no idea what it was. I'm a big structural guy. But I want to thank also members of Congress, Richard Hudson and Byron Donalds, two warriors, two great people, two unbelievable. Where's Byron? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Where's Byron? Oh, look at him over there. He knows how to get attention. Look at that guy. He's been my friend for a long time. Thank you for everything, Byron. And you have, thank you very much, congressional candidate Mark Harris. Mark? Hi, Mark. Good going, Mark. Good numbers. Good numbers. Brad Knott and Addison McDowell. They're all going to be winners very soon. Young, good-looking people. Thank you very much, Greg. The State House Speaker, Tim Moore. Tim? Where's Tim? Oh, he's nice and safe back there. Oh, I love Tim. I appreciate it, Tim. And Neil Jackson, State Rep. Neil Jackson. Thank you very much. Thank you, Neil. RNC Chairman Michael Watley. What a job he's doing. What a job he's doing. And North Carolina GOP Chairman Jason Simmons, who's been a friend of ours for a long time. Where's Jason? Nice tall character right here. Thank you very much, Jason. And somebody that's been with me from day one, he's a real general. You know, we have the real generals and we have the fake woke generals that did so poorly in Afghanistan, should have all been fired. But this is a real general, Keith Kellogg. Right, Keith? Yeah. He's a great crew. It's good to see you, Keith. He's been with me from before day one, right? He said, that guy should run. We got to get him to run. I like those guys. They were here before I ran. You know, there's quite a few of them, too. We have the front row Joes, you know that? And very importantly, we have the most magnificent women. First time, you know, they travel all over the country to be with us for rallies. They're at close to a couple of 100 rallies. I don't know what their husbands are doing about this. This is really crazy. Look how beautiful. And they're from North Carolina. changed, they don't have to travel so far, right? How far are you from here? 2 hours is nothing. It's a pretty big state, actually. Thank you very much. As always, you are special, special people, great women. They love our country. Before we begin, I want to address the massive scandal around the revised job numbers that were just announced this morning, a little while ago, just before I came up, I got to see them. And it really isn't a revision, it's a total lie. Total lie. There's never been any revision like this. They wanted it to come out after the election, but somehow it got leaked. It got leaked. Government leaks too. The Harris-Biden administration has been caught fraudulently manipulating job statistics to hide the true extent of the economic ruin that they've inflicted. Go to war with another country that's friendly to us or even not friendly to us. You're not going to do business in the United States and we're going to charge you 100% tariffs. And all of a sudden, the president or prime minister or dictator or whoever the hell is running the country says to me, sure, we won't go to war. I talked this world out of a lot of wars with telephone calls. I don't have to send in the troops. One of my most urgent priorities will be to quickly rebuild the readiness and spirit of the United States Armed Forces. And we had it, we rebuilt the whole military, but it was decimated under this group of stupid people. You know, we had so much, when I came in, we had no ammunition. Did you know that? Remember, I used to talk about it. And I said, if it's true, which it was, why would you say that? We had people on television. Well, the United States has no ammunition. You know, some things you just keep to yourself, right? Do you remember I used to, from North Carolina, do you remember I used to talk about that all the time? Those are my best witnesses, those ladies. There's about 40 of them. They're all over the place. And they're always perfectly coiffed and perfectly dressed. They're beautiful, they're great. But no, I used to talk all the time. If you have no bullets, I can ask this group of leaders, you don't talk about it. But you get the bullets really fast, right? So within a year, I had so much that our warehouses were stocked to the gills. We never had so much. I bought so much, missiles, everything. I rebuilt our military, but that's been all dissipated now again because we give it away to everybody. And for nothing. I mean, they don't do anything for us. We don't get anything. We don't even get a pledge that we'll pay you back someday if we have the money. How about that? Pay you back someday if we have the money. You know, I sponsor athletes sometimes. If I see somebody that I like in sports, I sponsor some golfers. Usually doesn't typically work out. I don't know if you know, it's like a 5,000 to 1 shot. But I'm good at that stuff and I can see talent. And I'll give them a few $1,000s, I'll give them $50,000. I'll say, you know, you're really good, you could make it. Why aren't you trying out for the tour? Sir, I have no money, I have to give lessons, I have no money. I said, you're too good to give lessons, you can be a tour player. I said, I don't have any money. I said, here's $50,000, and here's the deal. If you do well, you pay me back with no interest. Just good luck. If you don't do well, which you probably won't, because it's very hard, they say the worst is a boxer. If you sponsor a boxer, they're all great, they're winning all their fights, and then they turn professional, and they go in, and this goes with the UFC, run by Dana White, one of the greats of all time, which has really taken over for boxing. But it's the same thing, and people sponsor people, and they get what they get. But the worst is that a doctor, please. It is very hot here, I notice.
I love you all.
It's very hot.
I love you.
A lot of the people waited for days to get here, so I understand.
I love you.
Take your time, doctor. Take your time. Thank you.
I love you, Donald. You're a handsome man.
Take your time, please. Thank you very much. You know, they come 2 days, 3 days early, and it's a lot of stress. We lose them. The only ones we don't lose are front row Joes. I don't know what they have. They have something going here, Governor. Thank you very much. Thanks, Doctor. But America is blessed with the greatest military in the world, but our men and women in uniform have been betrayed by radical left politicians and some generals, and at the top, they're woke. They're woke. We don't want woke generals. We want generals that know how to win, and we have them. We proved that when we wiped out ISIS, didn't we? Proved it. Sure, it'll take 5 years. We did it in three weeks. I think we did it in 3 weeks. We have the greatest military in the world, but you need the great leaders. Otherwise, your military can never be great. Everywhere I go, soldiers and veterans tell me how angry they are that not one person has been held accountable for the Afghanistan catastrophe. He never fired anybody. You know, I fire a lot of people when they don't do a good job. Then they come back and write books. You know, they hate you, but that's okay. When you don't fire people, they never write books. You know? But I fired a lot of people. I wasn't happy with their service. Ukraine and various other places. We gave everything. Empty our warehouses of all of our ammunition. Let's give it to people free of charge, cost billions, free of charge. Everything's always free of charge. So after years of horrific depletion with the comrade, sending our missiles, airplanes, ammunition to other countries, I will make a historic investment in rebuilding the U.S. Armed Forces. I did that once before, but I have to do it again because they've depleted it, just like they've depleted the strategic oil reserves. You know, we have the strategic. In all due respect, it's not for filling up your car so that you have 4 cents a gallon less and that you vote for Crooked Joe. It's not meant for that. It's meant for war. It's meant for tragedy. It's meant for real stuff. It's at the lowest point today in its history. We almost have nothing left. And we had it at a level that was such a beautiful thing to see. We will increase funding, but at the same time, the days of blank checks for the weapon systems over the past are over. I tell you what we will build, though. We're going to build a great iron dome over our country so that we don't have to get that. We give it to other countries. We help Israel and other countries. And Ronald Reagan wanted it many years ago, as you know, but we didn't really have the technology then. He was right, but we didn't have the right technology. Today we have unbelievable technology. And, you know, we have other countries that have it. This country should have it. And we're going to make it right here, and we're going to make it in other of our great places. But a lot of it's going to come right out of your state. It's time to create the arsenal of the 21st century. We need that. That means aggressively shifting funding to keep America on the cutting edge, investing heavily in drones and robotics and artificial intelligence and hypersonics. You know, hypersonics, these are missiles that go 7 times faster than a fast ordinary missile. 7 times faster. So fast that for the most part, you can't shut them down and you can't shoot them down. They're going at levels of speed that nobody thought was possible. Do you know, that was our technology that was stolen by Russia. And Russia has them, and I started them very quickly. But somebody gave Russia, years ago, before me, all of our plans and specs for hypersonic missiles, and they built them, and we didn't. He said Bill Clinton. It might have been, in all fairness, might have been a little after Bill Clinton. I used to like Bill Clinton, can you believe it? It could have been Barack Hussein Obama, perhaps, we should ask him. Now, he was very nasty last night. I try and be nice to people, you know, but it's a little tough when they get personal. Please, again, remember, please, sir, don't get personal, talk about policy. Let me ask you about that. We're going to do a free poll. Here are the two questions. Should I get personal? Should I not get personal? Ready? Should I get personal? Yes! Should I not get personal? I don't know, my advisors are fired. We'd rather keep it on policy, but sometimes it's hard when you're attacked from all ends. I mean, they want to put you in jail for nothing. For nothing. For cases that the legal scholars all over the country have said there is no case, and they want to put you in jail. And I could have done that to Hillary Clinton. I could have put her in jail. She turned away subpoenas and she damaged stuff and she wouldn't give things after a subpoena was sent. After, from the United States Congress, I said to myself, we want to bring the country together. Wouldn't it be terrible to put the wife of the President of the United States in jail? Wouldn't it be terrible? And then I come out and they do it to me. And there's no feeling as, wouldn't it be terrible? But we won the big case in Florida. That was totally won. And Biden didn't. You know, Biden documents, I had the Presidential Records Act. I had a right to do whatever I wanted to do. That was passed in like 1978. But Biden didn't have a right to do because he wasn't president. And he was there for 50 years, he took stuff. And the ruling was basically he's guilty as hell, but he's got no memory. He's a nice man with no memory. Actually, they're wrong. He's not a nice man and he has no memory. He's not a nice man at all because he started weaponization. And weaponization is a double prong that can come back to haunt them too. It's a terrible thing for our country, I can tell you. A terrible thing for our country. We need a dramatic increase in research. We need a very dramatic increase in development. And in so doing, we will create countless American jobs, including jobs. You know, a lot of times when you do that, they'll say, oh, family. Let me say, this is not a job that someone, this is a tough job. And our primary focus is not to get out the vote. It's to make sure they don't cheat. Because we have all the votes you need. You can see it. Every house along the way has signs. Trump, 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 Trump fans, Trump fans. And by the way, Vance is doing a great job. Vance is look at that beautiful red. Now, but these signs are all over the place. It's everywhere, no matter where. In Florida, they're all over. Because people want to see common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. It's not conservative, liberal. They don't want to be called liberal anymore. They want to use progressive. We're progressive. Progressive. I think liberal is more appropriate. Progressive is such a beautiful word, right? You know, it's progressive. Progressive means go forward. They don't go forward, they go backward. As we rapidly rebuild American deterrence, we will quickly restore peace and stability in our country, but all over the world. We'll make our country a much safer place. We're in grave danger of a war, a third world war, I tell you, before I even arrive at the Oval Office. And as I said, we're going to do things that are going to be shocking to people. But what I'm going to do more than anything else, I'm going to get things in line and we're going to prevent that World War III. And if you look at what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, if you look at now there's an incursion into Russia, then there'll be another incursion the other way, then there'll be, and then all of a sudden bad things will start to happen. They're already starting. By contrast, if Comrade Kamala wins this November, World War III is virtually guaranteed to happen. Everything she touches, she destroys. Everything that she's touched, you look at her life. She was district attorney in San Francisco. The place went to hell. was the best city in the world probably 15, 18 years ago, 20 years ago. Maybe in the whole world, it was one of the best cities in the world. Then she becomes the Attorney General of the state of California. That place went to hell. It was helped by Gavin Newsom. It was helped. Newsom helped, but she was terrible. And it's crime-ridden, and it's going to have peace through strength all over the world like we had just a short while ago. And I just want to say, closing, it's an honor to have served for 4 years. I wish we didn't have this break. The only thing good about the break is it shows how bad it can get. Because we've never had a country that's been in shape like this country is in right now. We have squalor in our streets. Our vets are disregarded, living on sidewalks in freezing cold and unbelievably hot cities all over the country. And yet we have people coming in to our country that are living in luxury hotels. This is what we have. We're going to straighten out our country through common sense. We're going to straighten out our country with the United States of America. We're the greatest country in the world. We're not going to let this continue to go. We're going to straighten it out. We're going to make it bigger, better, stronger than ever before. We're going to bring in business. We're going to use tariffs to take advantage of our great strength and to, frankly, hurt countries that are hurting us and have been hurting us on trade for many, many years. Right now, China is building massive auto plants in Mexico, and they think that those plants are going to make cars and they're going to sell them across the line for no tax, no anything, destroy what's left in Detroit, which frankly, compared to years ago, is very little. And South Carolina and many other places, we're not going to let it happen. We will charge them 150 or 200% tariff, and all of that investment that they made is now worthless. We're not going to let them do that. We're not going to let them destroy our automobile industry. The United Auto Workers has a grossly incompetent man at the head. They want to make all electric cars, and Elon Musk is a friend of mine. You saw he endorsed me very strongly. And I love electric cars, and they have an incredible purpose. They have an incredible purpose. They're unbelievable what they can do, and he makes a great product. But I told him, I said, you know, before you endorse, you have to understand, we have to have gasoline-propelled cars. Again, we have more liquid gold than anybody anywhere in the world, more than Saudi Arabia, more than Russia. We have more than anybody. We're going to quadruple that business. We're going to be much bigger than both of them put together. We're going to pay down debt. We're going to reduce your taxes. I gave you the largest tax cut in history, the largest regulatory cut in history. That created all of the jobs. And when Biden talks about jobs, by the way, because they lie so much, the jobs he created, almost all of them, almost 100%, people say more than 100%, went to illegal aliens. The other, remember this, the numbers sound good because they're called bounce-back jobs. We had a pandemic. People were laid off, and then as soon, and this is common for ages, when a pandemic goes, you have bounce-back. The businesses, and had we not done what we did with money, probably some of you benefited, but we would have been in a 1929 style depression. We did it just right. The problem is, they came in, they no longer needed money. We gave them a country that was fixed. And more people died during Biden, think of that, than died during us from COVID. Many more people died during them. But think of this, we gave them a country and they blew it because they took so much, they took trillions and trillions of money, they kept feeding it. And that's what caused, along with their bad energy policies, that's what caused this tremendous inflation, which is destroying the people of our country. And frankly, it's contagious. It's all over the world. But we're the ones that started it with their bad policy. So we're going to work very hard. We've got to win. We've got to win this state. This state is a very, very big state to win. We've won it twice, and we're going to win it again.
Yeah!
I said to a couple of the people, I said, so let me ask you, how are we doing compared to 4 years ago and 8 years ago? They said, sir, you're much hotter, you're more popular. I hope that's true. But we won it twice. And all I can do is pledge to you that we're going to do a great job for North Carolina. We're going to do a great job for the United States of America. We put America first, and we're going to make America great again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody.
Once in your shoes, I said I was down and out with the blues. I felt no man cared if I were alive. I felt the whole world was so tired. That's when someone came up to me and said, young man, take a walk up the street. It's a place there called the YMCA. They can stop you on your way. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything but your mental joy. You can hang out on the wall. YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Young man, there's no need to feel down. Young man, pick yourself off the ground. Let's go, it's fun to stay at the YMCA. Young man, are you listening to me? Young man, what do you wanna be? YMCA. You find it at the YMCA. Young man, love it all by himself. Young man, put your pride on your shelf. YMCA. And just go to the
Well, straight to the back. Excuse me.
He's got the garage up there on Lectric.
Are you with them? All right, sorry. Just got yelled at. Do what? I'm just trying to help cars swerving around now. We're trying to keep this express, so I apologize.
I mean, that line right there just.
Oh, no, you're fine. Did you notice like the, oh, I don't like it all.
Oh no, we go to the next city. We do this every place. And then we take them to football games. Still preseason. Fight, you miss me, I'll sell them at the ice cream park. Damn right. Fight! You miss bitches!
Yeah, but it's too deep in here.
I want you. It's okay.
National map.
Once you have any Israeli troops inside Gaza, no matter where they are, that would amount to a military occupation.